Innovative di Hatiku represents a slogan that focuses on prioritizing community and future students, especially from the B40 groups. The spirit that arises from this slogan is to continue the effort to always give and help the community and prospective students in need. This slogan should remain a principle in every innovative citizen, so that this slogan is spoken in every community throughout the state in Malaysia, and make innovative as the main option to pursue higher education.
Inovatif di hatiku. Inovatif di hatiku.
Inovatif di hatiku.
Inovatif di hatiku.
Innovative di hatiku.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to our guests, Parameswaran, to 11 staff members of Innovative International College, participants, and all Facebook viewers. Right, welcome to and Innovative. Okay, today we have a guest from India who have excellent tradition in education line. So let me introduce our guest today, Dr. Parameswaran Subramanian. Right, he is an associate professor and head at the School of Business and Management, Chris Lavasa Campus Pune. He has qualification with a dual master in commerce and HR, MPhil in finance, passionate in and scholar of taxation. He is a doctorate from Copenhagen University, convertor in taxations. He also an ISO certified auditor, advisory board members for GRDS, editorial board member for International Journal, and ACCA facilitator for taxation at professional level. And he is also a well-known person for blockchain in business applications. Okay, welcome, Dr. Param.
Oh, thank you, Rahiza. That's really good. Right. So with your due permission, I'll take the session. So without delay anything. Right. Blockchain is
Right.
something. Blockchain is something we all have to cherish and welcome it. The reason why blockchain is a good technology in recent days is that it is something going to be a game changer in terms of uh, firewalls, in terms of decentralization, in terms of quality check. So uh, every individual is going to be a quality checker. So once you are entered into blockchain, every individual who are in the blockchain is going to be a quality check. So there is no any intermediary to need to have elimination of intermediaries is the one big advantages of blockchain. Right. So what is blockchain is all about? It is a data storage ledger. That's it. So blockchain is something like a data storage ledger, which is only help you to keep the data stored. Then what the difference between the cloud, what we have, what's the difference between we have a different perspective and why we have a blockchain here. So the difference is very simple. Blockchain data storage is only authenticated by the blockchain holders in the blockchain platform. So, meaning to say that it is a decentralized platform where it needs a wider authentication from different blockchain holders to ensure the data is authenticated, meaning to say that no fake data or no forged data can be entered into blockchain. That is one beautiful thing. Right. So blockchain, how it works? It works with a multiple layer of ledgers, meaning to say that we call in accounting terminology ledger. Probably the science people may not know what is ledger. So ledger is a recording of transaction in one particular format is ledger. Blockchain has got a multiple ledgers. When you have a multiple digital distributed ledger, it's very hard for you to do any kind of fake elements, or it's very hard for you to do any kind of forging of documents into that. So that aspect. Blockchain can give you the assurity that the data storage is highly authenticated and it is properly authorized by the blockchain holders, which means every block holders have to authorize that. Okay, what is exactly, in a layman terms, what is exactly the blockchain? Okay, block is something like a small box. You can assume it is like a small box. Then what is the chain? It is to say that every small boxes being connected, interlinked with each other, that's become whole blockchain platform. So as an individual person, I have my own block. Likewise, Miss Rahiza might be having her own block. Likewise, everyone have their own block. Everyone, which is own block, is your own house, which means your data storage house. So all my information will be stored in my own block, which is a house in my house. Similarly, everyone can store. So all these are interlinked. So if I'm storing some data into my block and I need the authentication from all the blockchain participants in the blockchain platform. So meaning to say, it's not that, for example, I want to put my certificate. For instance, I'm telling I want to store my degree certificate into my blockchain. Will it be possible? Yes, it is possible. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. When I wanted to store something, it has to be authenticated by every individuals who are in the blockchain. So meaning to say that it is a decentralized platform where you cannot simply upload or store data without approval or authentication from the other block holders. So in that perspective, blockchain is a highly secured platform that intruders cannot enter into blockchain. That is one thing we must have to understand about blockchain. And all these data can be stored in a ledger called, it operates like a distributed ledger technology, meaning to say that the ledger means the account what I'm holding, it will be distributed to the whole people in the blockchain, and every people will be checking into that and ensure that yes, this is Dr. Parameswaran certificate, yes, they approve it, then the data can be stored in my block. So if any authentication failed in the ledger, obviously the data will not go inside, it will not move from one ledger to the other ledger. So it will block that. So it will not able to enter into my block. So that perspective, it is highly secured platform. So this is first thing about we must have to understand about the blockchain. But one more thing about blockchain is in the perspective that how it works is that, is it only a storing data? No, it also can give any sort of transactions. You can have any kind of transactions. You can also have any kind of monetary, non-monetary service transactions, anything you can have. But every transaction should be authenticated by all the block holders in the blockchain. Okay, sir, if I would like to go for a blockchain, I would like to enter into a blockchain platform. What should I do now? Then you need to have a blockchain platform. For instance, I'm telling you to make you understand very simple. I'm in the Facebook account. If you really want to friend with me in the Facebook account, first you need to enter into Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or maybe Safari or MS Firefox. So you should have first a internet connection for you. Then through the internet connection, you should have a Facebook account. Then once you got the Facebook account, then you can type my name and you can try to give me a friend request. So exactly blockchain works like that. So blockchain works in a way that you need a platform. There are many platforms available in blockchain. One of the platform is NEM. The most popular platform for blockchain is Ethereum platform. Ethereum platform is a very flexible platform. Why people in the world, most of the people in the world are using Ethereum platform is Ethereum platform allows you to have more flexibility, meaning to say that it can be customized well. But whereas in other platforms, the customization is quite difficult actually. That is why most parts of the world people use an Ethereum platform. To make you much understand what is this platform is all about, I'm using Safari as a browser. Most of us are using Google Chrome as a browser. And some of the people are using Internet Explorer as a browser. Some of the people using Firefox as a browser. If you ask the people say that hey, Google Chrome is better. Why Google Chrome is better? It's most used and more friendly, more customized. So Google Chrome is one of the popular browser. Similarly, Ethereum is one of the popular platform for blockchain. It's more flexible and mostly used, widely used. Right. I cannot use Safari in a normal laptop. Safari is only used in an Apple MacBook or any kind of Apple laptop. Similarly, there are some platform which is not fully customized or not fully flexible in blockchain. So therefore, Ethereum platform is commonly used by the people, right? So this is one thing about blockchain, right? Now, after into the Ethereum platform, then you should have your own block account. You should have your own block. So which means similar example, I say you should have your own Facebook account. So similarly, you should have your own block. So you can sign in, you can create your login, you can create your password, then you can have your own block, right? Then this block you can keep your name, no problem, right? So which means this is your account. Now it will give you all authentication for you. Even this also can be customized into your mobile phone. So you can give authentication through mobile phone. That is also possible. For instance, I'm telling how that works. Like for example, if you have a Gmail account and you try to log into your laptop, you can even connect your mobile phone as a second authentication. So when you try to go inside, it will ask you to give authentication and number in your mobile phone. When you click the number, then when you give the access here, then automatically the laptop will go into your Gmail account. Similarly, you can also do for the blockchain. You can integrate that connection into your mobile phone and you can keep an authentication. So if any intruder is trying to enter into your block, it will automatically show the notification so you can protect your block. So that is one thing. So this is your block account. Now, after entering the block account, now you need to distribute your ledger into the people who are in the blocks. So meaning to say that you need to start communicating. So for example, after I have a Facebook account, now I need to start asking everyone to give a friend request. So please, can you accept me as a friend? Then I can be a friend with them. Similarly, I have to start. Then I can start mingling with the blockchain community. This is how the beginning stage of blockchain works. Right. So meaning to say here what, for instance, I'm telling, for instance, how blockchain is more secure platform. When I'm sending money from my one bank to the other bank account, when I'm, for example, I wanted to send money from my bank account to someone's bank account in Malaysia. So when I send the money here, there is my bank will do the authentication. Then after my bank does the authentication, they will forward the transaction to the foreign bank in Malaysia. Then Malaysian bank, before they receive, they check the authentication from where the sources the money is coming in. After they check that, then they will credit the money into my receiver in Malaysia. So here, a bank from India, a bank from Malaysia, both are having an authentication before the transaction become complete. Similarly, when you send money through GPay or Phone Pay or whatever it is, whatever GPay, Google Pay, whatever it is, the same method of transaction. Some authentication should be done. Then how blockchain here is authentication done? The people who are sitting in the blockchain, we are the authenticated authorized people. So someone want to send money or someone want to send document from my account to somebody's account, then we are the people. We individual people are the one have to say that we are the authenticated people. We are the authorized people. So meaning there is no any intermediary here. Okay, for instance, I'm telling very good example. I can tell you to understand, make you easy understand. I'm living in my own family. So me, my mother, my sister living in my house. So if anybody wanted to enter into my house, I need to get only permission from my sister and my mother. That's it. The three can decide and ask the people to enter. Similarly, in the blockchain, all the block holders, we are like a family. Then any kind of intruders or any kind of transaction coming in, then we all have to agree with that. So there is no possibilities of intermediary into that. We don't want to ask somebody intermediary to authenticate the transaction, so we don't have that possibility. So we all the intermediaries, we all the quality checkers, we the owners and we are the quality checkers, we are the one doing it actually. That's how the blockchain works. So this is something
It's
interesting
like
about blockchain.
Peer-to-peer networks that
Exactly.
the other peers want to. All right. Okay.
That's the beautiful way you nailed, Ms. Rahiza. Exactly. It's a peer-to-peer. So meaning to say that I don't have any intermediary or I don't have any third party coming into my house and say that yes, you can do this transaction or you can do this particular certification or you can do this particular method of activity. There is no third party coming in. It's we the one have to authenticate that. So that is the main thing about blockchain here. Right. So I hope the introduction about blockchain seems to be okay, Ms. Rahiza, if I'm not too
Yeah.
technical onto that.
Yeah, your explanation is very clear. Okay, it looks like the blockchain is a very powerful technology. Yeah? The function, the process itself give huge advantage actually. Can prevent fraud and so on. Yeah. So my next questions here, what are the advantages here or benefit of blockchain here, especially in the business?
Right. For instance, I'm telling, first we call as trust. Trust is one of the major advantage in blockchain. I will tell a good example for that, then you can understand that. Even in Malaysia, it is already there. If I want to send money from Malaysia to India, from my own account, from my own bank account in Malaysia, to transfer money to India, when I'm transferring a big amount, for instance, 10,000 ringgit, then immediately getting a call from a bank telling that, is it Parameswaran? Yes. Is this your passport number? Yes. Are you the one doing this transaction? Yes. Are you sending this money to this account? Yes. Okay, this is only a quality check. We only want to confirm, it's you or somebody is spamming your account? No one is. It's me, right? So which means I have to surrender my details to someone third party sitting on the other side to confirm all my information. Of course, it is a kind of trust. So in blockchain, the trust is all among us actually. It's I the one have to trust my own self. It's not that somebody have to come and tell me that what should I do. It's I can do that now. So it's a document which I'm sending. It's a trust I can give it to that. So trust is one of the key element in blockchain. Why? every individual block holders in the blockchain have to authenticate and approve the transaction, otherwise it will not go. So therefore, we all have to work as a family in the blockchain. There is no any intermediary will be coming into that. So that's how the thing. So meaning to say that, which means there is one more question here mentioned, that is that any owner in the blockchain? There is no owner. We are all the owners of it. We are all the owners of it, and the owners are one doing transaction. There is no any intermediary. There is no any third party here. There is no any control element here. So it's we the one taking care of our own resources. So it's about trust is one of the advantage. And another advantage I can say is about you doesn't need to wait for a centralized control or a centralized power to protect your data. It's all decentralized, meaning to say that we believe strongly in a decentralization and departmentalization. We don't like some one person to control everything. Actually, it is really not the way to work. But blockchain help you to have a decentralization, which means to say you can have your own autonomy to do that. You can do the transaction. All the block holders will approve your transaction. That's it. So it's a decentralized structure. There is no one owner is holding the power or authority to do the thing. Every one individual block holders in the blockchain are the owners. So that advantage is that. So it looks like, for example, if you're transacting money, then you're the owner. Yes, sorry, Ms. Rahiza.
So the responsibility is on the
block holders, on the block holders. Yes, on the peers. Yes, on the peers. The whole responsibility, everything is on us. There is no any blockchain holders. Only thing is that the platform, whether you own or you hire, that's a key. For instance, I'm telling, we as an individual, you or as an individual me, I only download the Google Chrome from Google and I'm using. So the owner still is a Google Chrome, right? Whereas in blockchain platform, the Ethereum platform, if you want to buy your own platform, build your own platform, super, by all means you can do that. Or you need to hire. If you are hiring, obviously there is a possibility of the platform holder may able to see your transaction, but they cannot do anything on that. Like for instance, if I check Google, for instance, I'm checking that the latest iPhone mobile, iPhone in market. When I check in the Google, automatically it will notify into my Facebook, Insta, everywhere. Every time it will show like that. Which is why the Google platform is talking on me, and the Google platform is sharing those information to the other private platforms, and they are able to focus on me that. But whereas in the blockchain platform, you must either you buy your own platform, build your own platform, whereas nobody have the control on it, the whole owners are the control it. But if you hire the platform, probably you need to pay for it. The Ethereum platform, any platform, the owner might have a possibilities of looking into your transactions. That one thing is always there. So we always suggest, when we talk about blockchain implementation, it is always suggest that you can use a private platform, but you can go for a public access. You can use a private platform so that your platform cannot be manipulated. Your platform cannot be de-authenticated. So that's that advantage you have in a blockchain. And a third point, having said that, people might have a possibilities of checking on your transaction, but blockchain is a highly secured and private platform, which means your data privacy is highly protected. No one can able to check that. How it works, I will tell you. Then
explain more on that, how it can protect the data.
Okay, for instance, I'm telling. For example, a basic example, I'll tell you. I want to transfer or I want to transfer money to somebody else. So when I use internet banking in Malaysia, I will get TAC number, right? I will get a 4-digit or 6-digit TAC number. I will get, right? For example, if I wrongly keyed in the TAC number, and say this is a wrong number, right? And I can re-ask for one more TAC, right? Recent TAC, I can ask it, right? The tag number, right? So when I ask for the recent TAC, will I get the same number or will I get a different number?
Different number.
I get a different number. So meaning to say that anybody who tried to hack on my account and got the TAC or old TAC, it's no more use now. Yes. Now the new TAC will be used. So similarly, blockchain is like this. For example, I'm in a block, Ms. Rahiza is in a block, maybe Mr. X is also in the block. I'm transferring money to Ms. Rahiza. And when I'm transferring money to Ms. Rahiza, Mr. X will look into that. Who is this? Parameswaran. Yeah, Parameswaran is out in the blockchain. I know that. Who is this Rahiza? Oh, Ms. Rahiza also in the blockchain. Okay, I know that. Okay, he will authenticate. Likewise, everybody in the blockchain, they will all authenticate, because they only authenticate whether these two people are inside the blockchain or there's intruders coming out. So when they know we are inside, then they approve it. Now this Mr. X interested now. What Param is doing to Mr. Rahiza, I want to check. Now Mr. X trying to go into my blockchain. So what happens is that the transaction will be having as a hashtag. It's a series of numbers with alphabets, roughly like 20 to 25 series number of alphabets and numbers will be there. It's a totally different unique code. So when he read, you need to take this hash and he have to convert this hash into a what kind of transaction you have to read. For instance, computer always only accepts 0 and 1. So all the thing you type in the computer, it will only 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 like that. We don't know what it is. You take the 0 1 and try to encrypt. Then when you encrypt, then only you know that what exactly it is. Decrypt, then only you know that. Similarly, this hashtag, it will not give you any idea what Param is sending to Ms. Rahiza. Then by the time he is taking it, when he is taking the hashtag automatically will change to Ms. Rahiza. So therefore, this gentleman, what he have taken is of no use for him. He cannot able to do. When he tried to decrypt, it will say that invalid transaction or invalid number or invalid hashtag. Why? The moment somebody third party already started taking my hashtag, the hashtag automatically changed to Ms. Rahiza. So he may not able. So which means say that, for instance, I'm telling how this works. I'll tell you a very easy example. I got a tag number for my bank transaction. Let's say 12345 or 1234. That's my tag number. Somebody saw this tag number. Someone hacked my mobile, saw this tag number, and he's already online. When he type 1234, it will automatically activated, right? Because that's a tag number, right? But whereas in blockchain, it doesn't work like that. When somebody copied it, the tag number default delete and will go for the new tag number. Default. So therefore, you cannot hack anybody one. You cannot take it out actually. You definitely not possible that you can take it out and try to decrypt and try to use that data and try to take the money. Next to impossible. To decrypt, it takes 10 minutes time. Meanwhile, the hashtag will change at least 4 or 5 times. So you don't even know what is the clue of the new tag number, not even an idea about it. So that is why it is highly secured and private. So only me and Ms. Rahiza, even for example, I'm telling, even for example, when I send the money to Ms. Rahiza in the blockchain platform, and this particular platform is trying to take a number, then I say, okay, I want to change it. When I want to change it, the entire authentication failed and come back to me. Because why? Even I don't have the rights to change the hashtag. So the hashtag will default change. The hashtag will default change. Somebody trying to interfere, it will automatically default change. Then I have to initiate the transaction from the beginning. So that kind of secure transaction, a secure platform, this blockchain is all about. That's why I said this is highly private and highly secure. So far, I can say, so far in the IT world, this kind of secured and private platform never been into that. That's why blockchain is a game changer. Actually, it's going to be a game changer. But in a way, disadvantage side, if you want, in a way, yeah, even government wanted to stalk someone, they cannot stalk on them. No one can stalk on anyone here. That's a problem now. If, for example, if 10 or 15 or 20 people join together and they want to have their own blockchain platform and they want to do their own transaction, nobody can able to see them what they are doing. Such a highly privacy one. So it's very hard. It's really very hard. I cannot say it is not possible. It's very hard. Okay, it is very hard means what? To tap one transaction, you need 10 minutes. So meaning to say that when I'm transacting to Ms. Rahiza, somebody wanted to take it, it is 10 minutes it takes. 10 minutes to tap what exactly they're doing. Imagine inside the blockchain, there are so many block holders. Every block holders need to have 10 minutes. So which means the stalker have to see if 1 million blockchain holders in the block holders in the blockchain, then he have to take 1 million times 10 minutes. That number of time you want to take everything. Meanwhile, all the hashtag will change.
Okay.
So this is not possible to hack at all.
Okay.
Unless until yeah.
That is a very powerful technology right now.
Very powerful in terms of secured and privacy. It's very, very powerful, no doubt about it. And yes, sorry, Mr. Go ahead.
Yes, if you want to have someone to say. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Another point in blockchain is the amount of speed what you're having in normal internet is 10 times or even 20 times more in blockchain. Very fast. So because the reason why is that even though it says minimum 10 minutes for someone to try to hack your data, your transaction will reach within 5 microseconds. So imagine already when I initiate within 5 microseconds, you already received. That fellow have to wait for 10 minutes to have. Already you received the data. That's it. You already received the document. Transaction already over here. That amount of speed is the blockchain. That is why it's really very hard. And one more advantage in the blockchain, the beautiful innovation of blockchain is that it is highly traceable. It's a traceable solution. So meaning to say what, you can go back and look into the whole track of information. For instance, if I'm sending some transaction to Miss Rahiza, I can go back and fully have the full transaction. Now I want to delete some transaction. Deletion is not possible in blockchain. Even though I'm a block holder, it's my own block. I'm the one doing this transaction to Miss Rahiza. Even I cannot delete it. The server is constructed in such a way that as long as any transaction in blockchain platform will not be deleted, it cannot be deleted. It cannot be edited, cannot be deleted.
Every data sent to the blockchain cannot be tampered, cannot be deleted, everything. So it's highly safe. No
not possible. So easy trackability and traceability will be there. So there is no way you can able to delete or tamper the data. No one, including me as a owner, I also cannot do. Imagine that somebody intruder coming also, they cannot do that. And that is the beauty of. So this perspective, government have a better advantage. Why? If at all anybody doing money laundering transaction, they can easily catch those people in blockchain.
Yes.
So because why there is no tampering of data, so easy government can able to take those details. Actually, that advantage is always there in the blockchain. And one more is that your data will be all controlled by yourself, so there is nobody can able to get into that. And blockchain also got a two access there. One is a private access, the other one is public access. For instance, I'm telling MIT University in US, they are the first university which introduced blockchain for issuing the degree certificate to the students. So they issue the certificate in the blockchain and they give the blockchain code to the student. Student can go into the blockchain platform and check their certificate. It's always there. So for instance, if a student wanted to have my certificate should be visible to all the employers. Okay, then you can allow it as a public access, so everyone can see. Nobody can do anything, everyone can see. That's it. But there are some information you want to make it as a private, then you can keep it as a private access. So this option is also available in blockchain.
The way you explain is more on to secure money transaction, everything. So is it this blockchain can be used in other field or any apps? I mean, any other business applications?
Right. When I was in Malaysia, we had a project on blockchain in food products. We can have a food product. For instance, I'm telling. I usually tell this example. Miss Rahiza might be familiar with this example actually. When I talk about the blockchain, like for instance, you go to a supermarket and you are going to Tesco or Justco. You go there and you try to take an apple. The apple looks very red and it looks very fresh. And so you took the apple and put it in your basket. So you bought 2 apples, put it in your basket. Probably 2 apples cost around 3 ringgit probably. So you can put it in the basket, come back to your home, dump in the fridge. Now after you refresh yourself, you want to take 1 apple and eat. When you take 1 apple cut, you saw inside the apple, the whole apple is rotten. So it's totally spoiled. What happens now? So you just throw it into the dustbin. So I always tell people, you throw, right? Can you take 1 ringgit and throw in the dustbin now? No, not possible. Cannot possible. Exactly. Yeah. So how blockchain helps in the food products is that, so if anybody, the seller of the apple, for example, there's a seller of the apple who cultivate apple, and he is the one exporting to the shops or distributing to the shop. From the day one, what are the pesticides he put? What are the fertilizers he put? Everything he can record into the blockchain. Right nowadays, the awareness with the people of organic foods are very high now. People nowadays moving towards organic foods, right? Because we feel more healthy conscious now, and this corona also made us more healthy now. We are making us more healthy food eating now. So now organic foods means you need to ensure that all the fertilizers what you used is not chemicals. It's all fully organic. Actually, it's fully natural. So similarly, this kind of blockchain platform, you can start entering day one I put this fertilizer, day two I put this fertilizer, day three I put this pest control. You can have this. Then once the apple being plucked from the plant or tree, then you can always have a block code and record that on which day it has been plucked, it has reckoned record. Then you can have a traceability solution of this apple through a sensor technology and a drone technology. You can do that. So you can use a sensor and drone technology. Using that, you can fully monitor the apple which is taken from the field until it reach to the shop, and everyday basis you can check that. So when you go to Justco and try to take an apple, you don't take an apple, use your mobile code, like you are a QR code. Similarly, blockchain also got a code. Just scan it. It will give all information, how much nutrition it is, how much nutrition benefit it is, how much vitamin benefit is, whether it's consumable today or not, if you consume today or tomorrow, when it's going to happen, how much rotten inside, everything it will show clearly. So you check that and you said whether you want to pick this apple or not. So obviously your 1 ringgit is saved. Imagine 1 ringgit is 1 ringgit, but imagine in every product when you have this kind of authentication, so millions and millions of money being saved. We are not in the losing side actually. So that aspect, you are the quality checker. There is no any intermediary here. That's the way I would like to say that. And in agricultural field, there's one advantage also for blockchain is that the fellow who is seeding those agricultural products, they can directly call the consumers or distributors directly. Even foreign countries they can export by showing all the information. They can check and they can place an order. Okay, I want, for example, when you talk about durian fruit, people would like to go for Musan King durian fruit, right? Then you can check whether this fruit is a Musan King or not. By that, you can see from your blockchain code. You can see the app. Then you can say it's a Musan King. Directly order from the distributor. There is directly order from the producer. No need to have any intermediate like distributor, retailers, or so the cost can be saved. So what you buy 1 ringgit apple in a Justco, you can buy it for 25 cents actually. So because why, there is no intermediary here, so you can directly deal. So in food products, blockchain is very supportive. Health department, there is one example I can say about a medical transcription. Medical transcription is that, for instance, if I'm a patient in a hospital, doctors will always have a daily medication report on me, and it will be loaded into a system that this patient has come, Parameswaran has come, every day we have given this treatment. That is what we call medical transcription. It's a very massive business happening in the world for the last 20-25 years, actually 30 years even, I can say. Right. So what happens is that now the medical data of any individual patients are kept in a cloud platform or a normal storage platform. Imagine if you are having this particular thing in the blockchain, you have a complete traceability of this patient. So what happened to this patient? Now during COVID, even doctors are struggling. What sort of symptoms are patients are getting? Now imagine if you have a blockchain, every of the data you record in the blockchain, you can have a complete data that, oh, these are the symptoms of COVID. Okay, so COVID can also give this kind of symptoms. So one patient, you can complete track of this thing. So in health department, blockchain is highly usable, no doubt about it. Logistics and supply chain management, blockchain is very helpful. So meaning to say that it's not only one field. You think food products, agricultural products, health department, logistics, transportation, everywhere you can able to use blockchain. Wherever you find storage of data is information. Now data is the biggest asset in the world now. Any data is the biggest asset. So to keep this data safe, nowadays we are using only cloud we are using. So all the data is stored in the cloud. But now what we are doing is that we can migrate into blockchain, so no one can tamper. Cloud can be tampered, but blockchain cannot be tampered.
How about the technology itself? Since that, yes, it can save the cost. To develop it, is it giving costs, something like that?
Right. When we talk about the development cost of technology of blockchain, yes, you need to see what amount of transaction you are doing, and it depends. Only the cost will involve only on the server. How many server you want to have? So, for example, I'm telling, if you want to have a minimum of 1 million block holders in your blockchain platform, then you need a minimum of 3 servers. So each server costing around roughly Malaysian ringgit around 12,000 ringgit. So 36,000 ringgit, you can get 3 servers actually. 30, I mean, even you can get 50,000 ringgit, you can get a good servers actually. Server is the only cost for the blockchain. Why? Because if your server is very strong, high possibility is that you can have more number of block holders into your blockchain platform. Because it always goes with the servers. When we say about speed, blockchain is very high speed, then it is able to sustain and support. Again, it is all depending on how many block holders in the blockchain platform. If more number of block holders in the blockchain platform, then it is always to have a wider server. And the second investment, what you need to have is only the platform. Whether you're using Ethereum platform or NEM platform or different platforms we have. So which platform you're using, that is one of the another cost we need to incur. If your platform is a non-flexible platform, then you doesn't have to much invest onto that. But if a platform is a flexible platform, then you have to invest. But however, nowadays the new blockchain developers, they are not buying the platform, they are only hiring the platform. They are not buying their own, they are only hiring. As long as the transaction only for the cryptocurrency and bitcoins, they are now highly using for a private platform, they buy their own actually. But non-money monetary transactions in blockchain, they are only higher actually, they are only paying rent and using the platform, like how we use the cloud as a rental. Similarly, they also use that particular Ethereum platform or NEM platform. Everything is only for a hiring purpose they are doing. They are not buying their own. So cost wise, only the capital investment is very high. Transaction cost, or there is zero transaction cost for blockchain.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's really giving a lot of benefit to the business itself. Yeah, it's not
highly
only
benefit.
it's not only the cost can be saved, it's also giving benefit to the customer itself. Am I right?
Yes, yes,
Like the one that you explained just now about the agriculture, the apple and so on. The customer itself also feel happy about it. Okay. My question, next questions here. When you say, because you keep saying block and block and block, yeah. So I need to go back to the previous one, because when you say block, I am afraid people doesn't understand why it's called block. Can you explain a little bit about block
okay,
change?
okay. The house what we are living is a block. Because why? It
Uh,
has four walls. It has four walls. Nobody can enter, and it also got a roof there. So it's like a small box.
okay.
So
Uh-huh.
anything, why we call use the word block here is that no one can enter. You are blocked. No one can enter. That is why the word itself say block. So meaning to say that it is a box. It is a blockchain. Is a box, and it is fully sealed from all four corners, and the roof also being closed and the bottom also closed. So your data all sitting inside. Nobody enter, because why? You blocked it already. We say road block. We say police block. So this is already blocked. That is why they say it's a block. So no one can enter you. That's why the name itself called block actually.
And we can't change because it's a peer network, so it's changed to
Exactly.
others. You know?
Yeah, you cannot change because
Okay.
of the data has come from your inside to outside, and it's a peer network is involved, and every individual have to accept it. Therefore, it is next to impossible to change it actually.
Okay, that's great. Okay,
Yeah.
in terms of in educations, okay, how we can use this blockchain?
Right. Um, we also have done one particular research on that. Uh, Students, for instance, now multinational companies, when they hire the students, what they are doing is that after the interview, they tell the students that we will check your certificate authentication whether you really studied in the university or not. And they will send a representative, or they send an email to that university and asking the university give the authentication whether the student studied in the university or not, authenticate the certificate of the student, everything. So this particular thing is already there. So what happens is that it is a time consuming process, number one. Number two is that now I'm attending interview, I got selected, then fine. If I after attending interview I spend my time, the employer spend their time. After 1 or 2 hours of interview, oh sorry, we are not choosing you, you're rejected, you're not selected. Then imagine the amount of time being wasted. So in education sector, how blockchain can works is that every university can have their own database of the students, because nowadays alumni is very important for every university. Alumni contribution, alumni support services, alumni database is very important. So universities no need to have a physical duplication of certificate with them. They can have all their certificate to be in university blockchain. Then they can only give the open access to the individual student. No need to give any certificate to the student. Open access to the individual student. Whenever you go for interview, you just only give the access key. They can check in the university website. whether university blockchain block, they can check whether the student. So as long as your certificate is not found in the university block, which means you're not authenticated student of the university. So in that perspective, frauds can be avoided. Forge or faking of document can be avoided. Number one. Number two is that alumni database. So university of 25 or 30 or 40 years old university, you have so many alumni being crossed in that university. So keeping all their data physically is not possible. Retrieving those data is not possible. So blockchain will support you on storing all those information of all your alumni, and it also can track your alumni. Why? For instance, I'm telling one of the alumni from, for example, Innovative College, one of the alumni from Innovative College, after 15 or 20 years of studies, education, work, everything, he might be the CEO of Microsoft, for example, I'm telling, right? If Innovative College is holding that student certificate with the IC number clearly in the university, in the institution blockchain, if this gentleman become a CEO, this particular blockchain will full have the traceability of this gentleman 15 years travel to become a CEO. So you don't need to have a traceability behind your alumni. Your system will default trace your alumni actually. I do not want to check, hey, in 15 years before there is one student studied here, where I can find a student. No need. Your blockchain will able to trace the student and get back to you. Only advantage, only a needed element is that your student should also be in the blockchain. That's it. It will automatically track back and give it back to you. That's it. So that advantage is in the blockchain actually. So complete, that's where education sector can be supportive nowadays. During online classes, we are using Google Classroom, we are using Zoom, we are using WebEx, we are using Team, everything. Blockchain also can be used to provide your assignments to the student, store the assignment in the blockchain. Please ask your student to take the assignment for blockchain. Please submit. Once my student submitted a wrong version, now my student won't resubmit. Not possible. You can resubmit, no problem. The old one cannot be deleted. So I can know that where you made it. So I have a complete traceability of the student. So cheating is not possible in blockchain. So probably it's not a student friendly, professors friendly actually. So in that perspective, blockchain will not allow any it will allow you to give multiple submissions, but it will not allow you to duplicate or re-alter your document.
So meaning here this technology, blockchain technology, is only the purpose is only more on traceable documents.
Correct. Traceability. The main purpose is traceability, storage of information, highly secured and private, non-tampering. These are the 4 areas. It only can do that. It only can do that. You can't ask a blockchain to do an automation. That's not possible. You can do automation in blockchain through other technology like sensor technology, drone technology. You can use and you can inculcate AI element into that. Then you can do that. Then it's acceptable. Then you can. Blockchain alone cannot work. Blockchain alone means it's only like a wallet. It can only store. It can only store. Nothing else you can do. But you integrate AI element, artificial intelligence element in your data, in your blockchain, then it will automatically fetch those information. Default, it will store into the blockchain. That's possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's great. Very good explanation. Very good. What we call it, session with you, Dr. Params. I think that's all I can ask you. If you have anything that you want to add in, Dr.
Right.
Params.
Yeah. One final thing I would like to add is that people thinks that blockchain means only Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Definitely
Yes.
not. It's definitely not. The blockchain is widely used in the world in recruitment process, HR recruitment process. Blockchain is used in education sectors. Blockchain used in insurance sectors. Then blockchain also used in health industries, hospitals, everywhere. To an extent, even now they are started using blockchain in voting also. Nowadays, when we have an election, so we say that there is a fake votes, right? You use blockchain, all
Yes.
the votes can be stored in the blockchain. There is no fake vote here. Then it will automatically trace. For example, this morning I voted my vote. It will store in the blockchain. Then somebody in the evening tried to fake my vote and tried to come with my identity and tried to do a fake vote. It's not possible. The system will automatically stop. Param already voted, so please get out. That's it. So voting also nowadays it's used in the blockchain. Why? The data is there. You cannot say that the ballot box being thrown out, ballot box being fired. No such thing. Data is there. It will not tamper. It will not be fired anytime you can get it. So even nowadays, government started using on that. by using e-voting machines. They integrate the e-voting machine with the blockchain, and the moment you voted, it will automatically store that. So there is no way you can tamper that. These are some of the areas I can see in blockchain. And to be honest with you, now we are in 2022. I'm very strong by another 10 to 15 years time, this blockchain is going to rule the world. Now, most of the countries, they already started authenticated blockchain platform, and they already started having their own crypto. Even in the month of February, this month, our Indian government also had a budget, and they are already introducing a new cryptocurrency in India. So it is going to rule the world now. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoins, if it is there, it will not work without blockchain. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is like a Facebook. Blockchain is like an internet. So without internet, you cannot have Facebook. Similarly, without blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin will not work. That is the reason why when they started the blockchain, they started with Bitcoin. So the reach will be very high. So automatically, money means people immediately will go and cash on that. So that's the reason they started with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Later, they started using for other purpose. So as long as the Bitcoin is going to rule for next, cryptocurrency is going to rule for next 15, 20 years in the market. So there is a high demand for blockchain. So probably your institution can integrate some of the blockchain elements into your syllabus. You are there already.
Yeah, we are planning to incorporate this blockchain into our program itself.
Fantastic.
Okay. So maybe we can ask you to teach one of the subject as a guest.
By all means. That's my pleasure. That's my pleasure. I will do that. I will do that.
Okay.
Nice.
I think that's all for today. We have come to the end. Thank you so much, Dr. Param, for the fruitful sessions. It seems that blockchain is very powerful technology due to its nature. It's a lot fast, secure, transparent, can be traceable. Am I right? Everything is like it's very, very powerful technology. So that's why it's become a trend in the business right now. So I hope all the viewers here outside there can gain a lot of information about these blockchains. Okay, once again, thank you, Dr. Param. I hope you
Thank you, Ms. Rahiza. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the innovative college. Thank you so much. You guys really innovating. Okay. Good.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the viewers for your presence. Wish you all the best. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Ms. Rahiza. Goodbye.
Right. Okay.
Innovative di Hatiku represents a slogan that focuses on prioritizing community and future students, especially from the B40 groups. The spirit that arises from this slogan is to continue the effort to always give and help the community and prospective students in need. This slogan should remain a principle in every innovative citizen, so that this slogan is spoken in every community throughout the state in Malaysia, and make innovative as the main option to pursue higher education.
Inovatif di hatiku.
Inovatif di hatiku.
Inovatif di hatiku.
Inovatif di hatiku.
Innovative di Hatiku.